The average enterprise wastes $17 million a year on unused software. Procurement negotiates bulk contracts, but at the same time, employees expense individual tools directly on corporate credit cards. It creates a massive gap in visibility. This diagram illustrates the correlation engine. It maps financial inputs from your expense ledger against identity verification data from your SSO telemetry. A cleared invoice is strictly a financial event. A validated login is an operational event. Here, the financial event is blocked at the validation gate until it pairs with an operational event. By treating the operational event as the absolute source of truth, you eliminate the blind spots created by auto-renewals. If a subscription doesn't map to a real login, you can immediately identify it and sever the dead weight. Finding those idle subscriptions requires pulling raw, unstructured expense data from departmental credit cards. You run standard regex scripts across these ledgers to isolate specific billing patterns, catching unvetted AI subscriptions that bypass standard procurement channels. This API schema connects the systems. The left side pulls the Okta login timestamp, the right maps the Concur expense date. If the delta between billing date and last login exceeds 60 days, a validation flag classifies the tool as a ghost subscription. Cloud AI workloads break standard logic, relying on token-based consumption pricing without user logins. To track these costs, the schema shifts. The payload now queries active API key utilization arrays, mapping those machine tokens directly to the expense line item. Adapting the tracking parameter from human logins to machine tokens ensures that dynamic, consumption-based AI billing remains visible. The logic scales and the blind spot is closed. Once a ghost subscription is flagged, the system executes the cut. It routes an automated termination webhook to the original application owner, or, depending on your permissions, it autonomously revokes the SSO token entirely. Let's apply this. You have a $20 a month AI tool showing 0 logins for the past 72 days. Calculate the annualized cost avoidance and write out the JSON webhook logic required to terminate the seat. Pause the video and map it out. Rolling this out across an enterprise requires a strict 90-day timeline. Days 1 through 30 are purely for visibility. You establish the API connections and map the shadow IT ledger without actively changing any infrastructure. During days 31 through 60, you transition to manual optimization. You use the newly surfaced data to review sanctioned enterprise contracts, downsizing unused license blocks before their auto-renewal dates. Finally, days 61 through 90 mark the activation of the correlation engine. You turn on the automated logic to tactically sever those idle, credit card expense subscriptions across the network. Executing this strict, phased rollout, from passive visibility to manual right-sizing to full automation, establishes secure governance. It protects the company's capital without abruptly bottlenecking legitimate developer agility. Engineering the mechanical cut is only half the execution. To secure permanent CFO buy-in, you have to translate this technical process into executive-grade business value. This dashboard tracks the specific outputs finance requires. We monitor the total cloud and SaaS cost reduction percentage, the raw dollars saved through automated license reclamation, and the overall license utilization rate. To prevent the localized software bloat from silently returning next quarter, the company must establish a permanent calendar-enforced procurement policy. The enforcement mechanism is absolute. Any software purchased on a corporate card must be integrated into the SSO provider within 14 days. If the operational link fails to materialize, the financial reimbursement is automatically denied. Here is the consolidated architecture. It outlines the API schema structure, the 90-day phased timeline, and the core ROI reporting metrics. Save this. Mapping unmanaged risk is observation. Deploying autonomous, restorative systems that physically prevent that risk from recurring is true enterprise architecture.